Go out now to our Zach Wilcox. He was on the north side earlier, but he has moved to Atlantic Beach now. Zach, what are you seeing out there at the beach?
Yeah, Anthony, this is usually where I come to surf here, 18th Street, pretty close to the Mayport Pools in Hannah Park, a couple of miles down from there. So just figured I'd have an idea of what it normally looks like to be able to compare it to, but I don't think you'd even really need that normal idea to tell the difference here. Let's see if Josh can show you. So this is where the edge of the dunes are, and we're not standing on the dunes, we're on the beach access, but it's already turned into a bit of a cliff. You can see how the sand is smooth right there where people are kind of jumping down. That's because a dachshund just went for a little slide right on down the edge of the dune here off of the beach access point. So, but I'll have Josh turn and show you guys to give you an idea. If you can turn this way, Josh. So you can see where the ramp is for the beach access that we've walked down. Some folks coming up with their dogs now. You can see those steps, and then you see the railings. Well, usually that's just the rest of the boardwalk in continuation. So the steps are now they're below our feet right now under all this sand. And just to give you an idea of some of how the steps have been covered, you can see there that private access point. The sand has just been piled up in there as well. So the good news is there's still quite a bit of dunes to work with, and these are some high dunes right here, and then you have all of that, all the grass and weeds in there as well. So not like particularly any risk to folks who live in this area, who live along the beach. Talked to one lady who said that her daughters just had to come out. They wanted to see what it looked like, and they brought their dogs out. And she mentioned that during Ian, they have an outdoor shower by their house, and they had conch shells come up, and they were gonna maybe see if they could collect them or see if there's anything, but then by the time that Ian was gone, the conch shells were gone too. So it looks like they still had the animals in them, the mollusks and whatnot, and they got up and walked away. I told her if you pick one of those things up and there's still a mollusk in it, they like to squirt at you to let you know that they're still in there. So I guess they didn't have that at this point yet with this storm. So still some folks who have had to, wanted to see what's going on down at the beach. Now the city of Atlantic Beach is advising folks to stay off the beach for right now if they can. And they will have some red flag advisories in place for the next 4 days or so because they expect the conditions to still be impacted at that point with just how far the dunes have eroded so far. But I will show you that drop off again for the folks who have had to go out there. They've asked us if they can walk out, and I'm like, well, you got to jump, and not something we're willing to do, but some folks have been willing to do it. And the only thing is I don't envy them the trip back up climbing through the sand. Doesn't really sound like a good time. But that dachshund sure looked like I had fun when it was sliding down onto the beach. So for now, we're live in Atlantic Beach. Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.